Hey there, I'm Gerd, Futurist in Zurich, Switzerland. I'm doing a new thing on YouTube, and it's basically using our recordings from the last 5 years, and we've done many of them, that weren't entirely used, but are very powerful and very nicely produced. And we're sharing them online here with you on a regular basis using the great Restream app, and this will allow me to upload the pre-recorded stream and schedule it for live performance, and then I can sit back and watch my own speech and chat with you and talk about what's happening. And this is one of them. I hope you enjoy it. If you're online and watching this, please do share widely when it happens and comment and ask me questions. I look forward to talking to you later. Visit my website, futuristgerd.com, and of course my YouTube channel, which you're probably on right now, to see what's happening, and of course the Good Future Film at thegoodfuturefilm.com. Thanks for coming. A big topic in my work has for a long time been the megashifts. And I call this the megashifts because they're above all of the other shifts. They're sort of like meta-intelligence. You know, they're a top layer of many things that are underneath. And I want to start introducing the concept by this simple idea of the digital transformer, the converter, where all of the old business is coming in and out comes the new business. So the dumb business goes in, and smart farming, smart energy, smart city, smart home, maybe even smart government and smart futurists come out the other end, right? Connected everything, smart everything, remote everything, tele everything. And that is a shift that I think McKinsey calls roughly a $12 trillion economic shift. That is happening right now, and there's really no rocket fuel here. This is just the process of making things smart and connected. And of course, what we have to be careful of here is by over-connecting it or making it overly important to be connected. Connectivity is just a way of facilitating things for us. It's a tool. It should not be a purpose by itself. And just being connected, of course, is just a ticket for the first level, right? So I agree that 5G or other telecom connectivity that's coming, it's going to be extremely powerful, but we also have to devise new rules of society and a social framework, a social context. Because we're moving into the world of the mega shifts. Chapter 3 in my book, Technology versus Humanity. You can download this entire chapter with all the details explained at megashifts.digital, and it's available in 12 languages, so you can read it in peace. Of course, you can buy the book if you wish. But the megashifts are constantly moving collage of things that's already happening and been happening for a decade. Datafication, right? Cognification, the smart systems that are happening. Robotization, augmentation, virtuality, automation, right? Automation is a bigger force in our society than globalization ever was. We're going to automate everything. We're going to automate whatever is routine work. Right? And clearly here, understanding that is important, because digitization in a wider sense, that's underlying the currents of the mega shift. It's 90% opportunity and 10% threat, but if we tackle it the wrong way, we give it the wrong twist, like we did in social media, it ends up being a 50% opportunity and 50% threat. And that's something we have to look at. It's all going to be about this balance, right? This handshake between humans and machines, between too little or too much. It's kind of like any other thing that we look at our lives, whether it's food or water or all of the things that we need. It can be too much, especially looking at drugs, for example, or consumption of cigarettes or alcohol. Right? It's not per se necessarily a bad thing, but too much of a good thing can be a very bad thing. And that is so true about technology. Creating that handshake between the balance, what machines want and what they are able to give and what humans need. Right? So I think Arianna Huffington once said, technology is very good at giving humans what we want, but not so good at giving humans what we need. Want and need can be two different things, a very important point here. Let's talk about the game changers in technology. And I've talked about this for a long time, including my last book, Technology versus Humanity. But we see these game changers now at work everywhere, in every industry. First it was the media business, the music business, the film business, to move into the cloud and so on, but now it's basically everything. Logistics, transportations, energy, biotechnology, tourism. Right? And that's all happening in parallel. That's why the next 10 years are going to be so exponentially different as we see all these nascent technologies moving into the mainstream. You know, big data has been in discussion for a long time, and so has the cloud. But the Internet of Everything, the IoT is coming up, quantum computing is going to be a reality, and of course, very important, this natural language interface, you know, being able to understand computers speaking to us, language translation, all of course based on intelligent assistants and cognitive computing, AI, the blockchain, 3D printing, virtual reality, and human genome editing, you know, CRISPR-Cas9 and other methods. So when we put all these things in a blender, you know, you get this explosive drink, a mix of new possibilities. I mean, the companies that are using all of those things together, most of them are tech companies, of course, they're explosive, irresistible, growing like crazy, whether it's Apple or Amazon or Baidu, Alibaba, and so on and so on. So the game changes are impacting everything. If you want to know more, just Google game changes and Gerd, my name, GRD. You'll see more details there. But quite clearly, that's print this out and put it on the wall, because we have to understand how these game changes impact what we do by connecting our entire world. Yes, of course, you know, it's going to be more efficient, it's going to be more automated. There'll be many new jobs in this automation, by the way, and it will be more viable and more attackable, and so we'll have much more security, privacy, and safety issues that we have to deal with. So that is a job for the future right there. But this world is coming. And whether it's heaven or hell depends not on the technology, but on the policy and the rules of that technology, like face recognition. Right? In my view, we should only use it when we're in a safe environment. And sometimes I like to riff off a famous saying of Einstein, when I think he said that everything should be as simple as possible, but not simpler. And I like to say everything should be as connected and smart as possible, as necessary, but not more. There has to be a limit to how smart things are, of course. Right? So summarizing what I said earlier about the game changers, 4 big game changers. Data is the new oil. That's an old saying. I've said it myself for 20 years. But now I'm sort of converting it to the data as a new plutonium, which data can be used as a weapon. Look at social media. I mean, the primary weapon wielder in social media, Facebook, is very good at weaponizing this technology and making lots of money in the process. Artificial intelligence is the new electricity, is the power, right? What good does data do us if it's not smart? I mean, it's just a pile of data that is unrecognizable, unusable. AI and intelligent assistants, IA, right, make it usable. And this is sort of the new electricity. The Internet of Things is a new nervous system that's connecting everyone and everything. A very, very powerful concept, and it's being implemented in many cities around the world. It can save with environmental pollution. It can do many, many good things, but of course, yes, security, privacy, identity issues that we have to also tackle. Voice control are the idea of being able to see things that are only virtually there. Mixed reality, HoloLens, augmented reality, Apple glasses. These are our new senses. And I think this is an important part. It's like when we use our mobile phone, in a way that's already our external brain. But imagine we can augment how we see things. And this is already happening. So what is good about this, clearly, is more efficiency, more productivity, maybe more creativity as well, but also a kind of dependency, right? And data-driven bias and addiction and potential loneliness and confusion. So those are the things that we have to look at in a larger context and say, what is going to be good for us? Which way are we going with this? What is recommendable and what should we be careful with? Clearly, that's going to be a very important thing when we talk about the game changes. How far do we go, and how much of a good thing is too much of a good thing? That's going to be an important question on what I call digital ethics. So that concludes one of my live pre-recorded speeches that I'm sharing from a vast archive that I've done in the last 5 years. And this is stuff where I can chat with you and actually have interaction as we had before. Really appreciate you being here. If you like the show, please share it widely on social media and whatever other media you can find. If you're interested in my work, go to Futurist, Gerd, Gerd, gleonhard.com, and check me out on Twitter, gleonhard. And thanks very much for being here. Thanks for your interest. And keep in mind, the future